Welcome to Build Your Maverick Business, the podcast for underdog, outlier, and renegade entrepreneurs. Brought to you by Strange Creative Studio. If you dream of going off on your own and launching your rebel empire, but don't know where to start, you're in the right place. We'll teach you how to use mindset, branding, and practical advice to build a killer business and transform your world. And now, here's your host, founder of Strange, Alex Pitt.
Hello, you lot. How's it going? I am in a state. I tell you, I am in a state. And I'll tell you why. I've just done something that has made me feel physically sick. It had me sweating, shaking, making me want to run, skip and jump the fuck out of my flat window. Hide in a bush and start a new life among the woodland creatures rather than have to do the thing that I was doing. Now, what is this thing, I hear you ask? I posted a reel on Instagram. That was it. That was all I was doing. So I am an overthinker by nature, just who I am. So what was going through my head at the time of posting like 1 minute of footage, just to spread the word about this podcast, what was going through my head wasn't, I'll just jump on camera for a bit, tell people about a resource that might help them achieve their goals. And if it's not something for them, they'll just scroll on to the next video, such as the attention span of us on social media. Oh, no. Let me tell you what was going on inside my brain while I was recording that reel. My skin looks horrible. Everyone will think I'm gross. I have no idea what I'm talking about. And if I put this out there, people will find out. I will say something wrong and everyone will laugh. People will think I am cringe and will send the link to each other in their group chats and everyone will laugh at me. This will be the catalyst that brings about my ruin and the ruin of my company. I know it sounds so fucking ridiculous, but honestly, that is what was going on inside my brain when I had to do this video. Now, I say I have to do this video. I am very fortunate. I've mentioned this before in previous episodes about being in networks and how valuable it is to be in networks of people who know where you're at and they can support you throughout some of the things you do. So I'm doing this Instagram Reels sprint, which is really good fun. It's like 30 days and lots of women are doing it with me, all doing it together, all supporting each other. We're all freaking out at the same time. So fortunately, I've got people who've got my back and I've got other people's backs. But it's still really, really fucking scary. It's really unsettling. Like, I cannot see my comfort zone right now. I don't even know where it is. So this is what I want to talk to you about today, okay? This is classic fear of exposure. Now, fear of exposure is when you're much more comfortable hiding behind your business. Right, you'll do a load of great work in the background. You'll be in your Google Sheets, in your docs, never putting yourself out there, never wanting to come out from behind the safety blanket of anonymity in case anyone says or even thinks anything negative about you, your life choices, your business, anything. Right, sound familiar? Now, when I say people, right, if you're anything like me, the people that pop into your head aren't just nameless, faceless Instagram strangers on the internet, right? Your mind suddenly darts to that girl on your Instagram who used to tease you in school, that friend of a friend who you always thought had it in for you, your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-colleague who'll think you're getting too big for your boots. Right, there's specific people that you suddenly think, God, what are they going to think of me? And you hold their faces in your head and their imaginary opinions, because you do not know what they're thinking, their imaginary opinions weigh so heavily on your shoulders that sometimes that fear can block you completely and you shrink away. You stunt your own progress because putting yourself out there feels so dangerous and so catastrophic. Now, if all of that sounds familiar to you, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Okay, good news and bad news. Bad news first, you cannot avoid showing up in your business. I mean, you can, but I'll be honest with you, you probably won't go very far, okay? You have to be putting the word out there. You have to be marketing yourself People aren't going to know what you do if you hide in the deepest, darkest corner of the internet. Okay, that's the bad news. The good news, you're right, everyone is judging you. Now, I know what you're thinking, Alex, that sounds fucking horrible. What are you on about? Bear with me, okay? It is just human nature that we judge each other based on all that we have in front of us, okay? Whether it's how someone looks, how they speak, their haircut, the way they dress, the values that they hold, the way they present themselves. We make snap judgments. We put that through a filter of everything that we've learned since we were little kids, and we decide whether or not we agree with what they've done, with what they're saying, with how they look, whether we like it, whether we don't, whether we are offended, whether we are absolutely inspired to fuck and want to copy everything that they do. Whether or not this is conscious, whether or not we mean to, of course we're always making judgments about other people. Now, if there's one thing I've learned about business, and please bear this in mind whenever you do any decision making, is that sometimes the thing that you're scared of isn't the bad thing. It's not the thing that's causing you all of this pain and misery. It's resistance to that thing. Okay? So if you just accept that, yes, everyone who views this video or listens to this podcast or reads my blog post, they are going to be judging you. And it might not be that they think the sun shines out of your ass and that everything that you're saying is magnificent and wonderful and valuable. Okay? You have to let go of that, because the reality is the only thing that matters is what you're putting out there and whether or not you're meeting your own goals. You do not need to put any weight, any gravity, any value on the thoughts and opinions of other people. Now, say, for example, this episode that I'm recording right now, say it gets listened to in the next 7 days by 100 people. Okay, now 50 of those people could listen to the first 5 minutes and think, what the fuck is she on about? This woman is so irritating. Why is she swearing so much? When is she going to get to the point? They might stop listening and never come back. That's absolutely fine. Fuck all the way off. Done. Now, 30 of those people might think, yeah, okay, there is some good value in here. I like it. She's still a little bit annoying, or not all of this is relevant to my business, you know? They might listen to a few episodes. They might drop back in again every now and then. They might listen to me on double speed just to get through it fast. Now, I have to remember my maths now. Where did I get to? 80? Right, okay. So say that 20 people out of the 100, this is really helpful to them. They are actually really on board with everything that I have to say. They don't think that I'm talking out of my arse, and they want to come back for more. Now, instead of focusing on the 50, 80 people who may or may not give a shit about what I'm saying, I could focus on the people who actually do seek to gain a lot from listening to what I have to say. I could try and make sure that my content is as valuable as possible just to those people, and I could just let everybody else fucking dissolve into do not give a shit land, okay? It doesn't matter what every single person thinks of you. And if you just accept that, yes, Kylie from year 7 is going to be listening and thinks I'm a twat, and you just let it go, release it, does not matter. That is really empowering. That is going to help you get through all of those moments when you're freaking the fuck out. You don't want to put yourself out there. All right? Now, last little nugget of wisdom before I leave you. Yours is the most important opinion that matters. Okay? Even if you forget about all of the 100 people and just focus on whether or not you think that you're bringing value, whether or not you think you are doing what you need to get you to where you want to be. Fuck the haters. You've got this, seriously. Don't freak yourself out. Put that content out there. Make yourself proud. And I guarantee that you will get a lot of other people on board too. All right, my darlings. I might have to record some more reels. I'll see you here next time.
Got an idea for a Maverick business of your own? Learn how to build a powerful brand that will get people obsessed with our online program, not just a pretty logo. You'll learn a simple step-by-step framework that will kickstart your killer brand and help you find your raving fan base. Find out more today at strangecreativestudio.com.